Yo guys, what is happening? It's your boy, Stream Your Mind speaking, and today I bring you my Dark Souls 3 Only Pyromancy run, where I attempt to answer the question, can you beat Dark Souls 3 using only pyromancies? And yes, you can. It's not even that hard, you can find plenty of YouTube videos about it. I have to tell you though, right off the bat, that unfortunately the footage for the DLC got lost, so this run is only up to the Lord of Cinder. I do still have Reed's fight, so I'll add that as a bonus at the end of the video. If you guys want to see me fight Gale and the rest of the DLC bosses, just let me know in the comments and I will redo the run and just re-upload the DLC. With that out of the way, we can finally begin. After giving my character the most hilarious name, I picked the Pyro starting class and I then woke up in the Cemetery of Ash. Beautiful place, the locals are some of the nicest people I've ever met, 5 stars on TripAdvisor for sure. We immediately begin with the toughest boss fight of the run. Fortunately, I'm a parry god, so this was quite easy. I'll just let the footage speak for itself. After beating our first boss, I went back to pick up the Titanite shard and then proceeded to go to Firelink Shrine where I simped for our waifu a little bit to gain some vigor, got naked and did the tree skip, first try obviously, so I could pick up the Estus shard and the covetous silver serpent ring. I then traveled to the high wall of Lothric where I killed one of these things to get another Titanite shard for later. I then sped up the footage for the rest of the area because I was feeling lazy and I didn't want to edit things out. Once all that was over, I picked up another Titanite shard, killed another one of these things. By the way, I will refer to these guys as these things from now on. I then went back to Firelink in order to level up some more, picked up another Estus shard, and it was now time for Vort. So, here you go. Once he was all cooked up, I raised the banner and found myself in the undead settlement where I accepted the old services even though I forgot to use the extra levels because I'm stupid, and I then proceeded to pick up another Estus shard, an Ember, and you guessed it, another Titanite shard. I then spoke to Cornix in order to free him and send him back to Firelink Shrine. I teleported myself to Firelink as well, where I exchanged a firebomb for a large tit. What a bargain. Anyway, I spoke once again to Cornix in order to reinforce my pyromancy flame to +1 and bought Great Combustion for 3,000 souls. I then met Onion Bro and helped him killing a fire demon with, well, fire. It took a while, but he went down eventually. Me and the bro had a nice drink together, and I then went on to pick up the Flynn's ring and the Chloranthy ring for extra damage and stamina. I leveled up my faith, and I think it's time for another time lapse, so... Once my temporary speed of light power worn off, I killed a stray demon for some souls and a shitty pyromancy that I think no sane person has ever used. It could be an idea for a future run. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Please don't. Once back in Firelink Shrine, I gave the old hag the Dream Chaser Ashes for unlimited Titanite shards so I could level up my Pyro Flame to +3 and gave the Crystal Sage a taste of my grilling skills. Speaking of crystals, no, not those ones, I forgot to take the ones in Farron Keep out, so that is exactly what I did after in order to get some large tits. Ah, what a man would do for some large tits, right? I could now get my Pyro Flame to +4. Ew, no, Gail, you really want me to touch your dirty underwear? Wait, why am I in a snowfield now? After reaching the first DLC, I went back to Cathedral of the Deep to take out the deacons, and I think this was the first time they actually cursed me, but fortunately I took them down with me, so good enough, I'd say. With the doll in my pocket and the power of leveling up, I proceeded to light up a fat one and have a really fun time with the Abyss Watchers. I died so many times, but only because I forgot I had range attacks, so... Well, this is how the fight went, just need to find the right music for it. Oh, there you go. Next up, Catacombs of Karthus, one of my least favorite areas of the game. Though I did pick up another large Titanite shard to upgrade to +5, and after teaching High Lord Wolnir a lesson, I went on to pick up the Witch's Ring to boost our pyromancies. I killed Cursed Greatwood off screen and transposed Wolnir's soul for the Black Serpent. Another useless pyromancy. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. I then went back to Smoldering Lake to pick up some large shards. Back to the high wall of Lothric, I had a niche that only the dancer's booty could satisfy, but obviously first I had to punch an old bitch in the face. Consume King's Garden was open for business now, so I went there to pick up some Titanite chunks, and after getting my flame up to +7, I went back to the Catacombs to pick up the Izalith Pyromancy Tome. And I finally was ready to enter Irithyll, where I killed Crocodile Dundee for a cool looking ring. With the money I made from killing that weirdo, I bought our best pyromancy, which will carry us to the end of the run, the Great Chaos Fire Orb. I then went to Irithyll Dungeon to kill some crystal lizards and a giant, picked up the old cell key, went back to Lothric Castle to pick up some more Titanite chunks, embers, and killed a couple of those guys and got the pyre to +8. I know I sound redundant, but I do want to let you know when I upgrade things so you don't get confused, at least when it comes to weapons. During my time in Irithyll Bondage House, I freed Carla in order to get some dark pyromancies, which came in handy in the now lost Ringed City DLC, which I'm still pissed off about it. Back to Irithyll, I was ready to face just kidding. I went back to Lothric Castle because there were 2 annoying dragons that needed to be killed off. This trip to Lothric gave me the chance to collect enough chunks to upgrade my flame once more, and it was finally time to go kill Pontiff. For real this time. Once the mighty pontiff fell, I went back to Firelink to kill off Patches and grabbed Onion Bro's armor so I could give it back to him in the well next to the chapel. Me and Onion Bro had a romantic encounter with fireplace and soup, and I will always cherish that moment. Anyway, I went back to the profane capital and Sigvard, why are you always getting into trouble? So I freed the poor guy and he gave me a Titanite slab, so that was nice of him. After setting fire to a gargoyle, I was feeling ready to face Yorm and let Sigvard do the job. Sped up the fight because it's not really interesting anyways, so... Once the giant was killed, I had one last toast with Onion Bro. It was now time for Aldrich and his stupid arrows. Wow, that was easy. I went on to pick up the cold sword fragment and it was time now to beat up Dragon Slayer armor worse than my father did with me. At this point, it's just a compilation of bosses, so I'll just let a montage do the work for me while I sit down and enjoy the music. Hope you guys will join me. And here we go. I beat Dark Souls 3 using only pyromancies. This would be the section where I start the DLC, but thanks to my PC, we will never see that unfold. I can't shake off this feeling that I forgot about a couple of things though, and I really cannot understand what they... Oh, right. Hello, Nameless King. Hello, Freed. If you haven't figured it out yet, guys, there are still 2 bosses that really want to be in this video, and who am I to deny them this incredible pleasure? So, there you go. I hope you enjoy.
We have no need of thy flail.
Alright guys, this wraps it up for today. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you are always updated on the stuff we do on the channel. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and as usual, I will see you next time. Oh, by the way, Merry late Christmas guys. Hope you had a great one. See ya!